Hey, welcome back to another video, human beings. We are back on Ark Survival Evolved, and today I've got another how to tame episode for you. Today we're going to have a look at the Hesperornis, which is a little creature, which only good use is golden eggs. But we'll get into that in a moment. Let me show you how to tame the Hesperornis. Okay, so a Hesperornis is a passive creature. You have to tame it passively, the same sort of way that you would tame an otter. So if you remember correctly, you used to have to get a fish, kill a fish, drag a fish over to the body, press E to start feeding it. The exact same principle with this one. But there is a couple of things that you can do to make this a little bit easier than an otter. You can drag it into a trap. So right here we just have a simple trap. It's one foundation, surrounded by railings, and then a ramp going up. Now you could hit this guy for him to aggro onto you, or you could just get really close. And as you can see, we can walk him up into here. Alternatively, you can shoot this guy with grapple and drag it in that way. But as you can see, he's mad at us just by walking by him. If he loses interest, just walk back again. It should just aggro again. They do hardly any damage. I think with my tech armor, it does 0 damage. Until they get into the water, then they'll actually do some damage. So as you can see, this guy got distracted, so we're going to try and grapple it right now. So as you see, we're going to grapple this guy in. We did lose it. Let's try and get it again. There we go. Bring this guy with us. You won't damage the taming effectiveness by this, but you can just let it hit you. And as you can see, we're going to drag it in. It's doing 2 damage. It's horrendous. Alright, well, there we go. We got it trapped to level 180 Hesperornis. And then what we've got to do is get some fish. Best way to do this is obviously with a crossbow and have some arrows. Another method is what you could do the same with otters. You could use the seagulls to jump in, get you your food, bring it to you, and then all you have to do is feed it to him. I'm going to show you both ways right now. So we're just going to go in and hopefully get something. So the bigger the fish, the higher the percentage, and if you get saber-tooth, it will be a lot better. Okay, so we've got a decent size saber-tooth. It's going to come up to us, and we're just going to press E on it. Okay, and there's the first one. So it was a very tiny percentage, as you can see on these rates. Obviously it wasn't a big fish. If you use the seagulls to get your food, you'll get like a 5 to 10% increase on taming per fish. So it is recommended that you use that. I'm going to try and get that one. In between each fish, there is a 30-second cooldown period before you can eat again. So then 30 seconds can be a little bit of a pain. But while it's in this trap, you don't have to chase over it, which makes the whole process a lot easier. When you drop in, you will drop the fish, so just make sure you pick it up before you start feasting on it. And you're going to try and look at it through the fish, which I find the hardest part, because it's so small. Now, I've had another one that is 5%. Rinse and repeat. Now, if you did want to see how to tame a seagull and how to use that, I've done that in a video. The card will be up in the top there, and you can go check that out. I'm going to fully tame this guy, and then we'll talk about its abilities. So we've got ourselves a tamed Hesperornis, and I've actually spawned in a female Hesperornis as well. Now, you can pick these up onto your shoulder. It looks very cool. It's like a shoulder mount. Has a few of the same abilities as that. But the main thing that we want it for is for the golden eggs that it can collect. Now, there's a method for this. If you chuck down your Hesperornis, it needs to eat 5 creatures and they in the water and then go out onto land, and it should give it a chance to produce an egg. So if we drag this guy into the water with us, and then we're just going to whistle it to either attack targets or attack dead creatures, and that will count towards it. So first of all, we got that one. There we go, it's munched on that one. There's another one right here, which we'll go and get it to go for. Okay, so it's just ate 5 creatures in the water. We're going to drag it out onto land now. Hopefully it follows us over here. And we'll come out of land and then give it up to 10 seconds it could take for this guy to lay an egg. So what we're going to do is drag it onto land. And then we just do that. And as you can see, it laid an egg straight away. That was in a few seconds. Now, this is just a vanilla egg. It's a normal Hesperornis egg. Nothing important there, but it does have a chance to drop the golden egg. And the golden egg gives you some awesome abilities. Basically, the golden egg can give you a 500% experience boost on smaller creatures and a 10% experience boost on larger creatures, which is insane. You can also use the golden egg for the most expensive kibble, which is the kibble that you get from Utes, Thylers, Megalena, and Griffins, rock elements, which is basically the extraordinary kibble. Now, you can get that from there, which is great. You can also put Hesperornis eggs into a cooking pot to produce oil over time. It's a lot of effort to get an egg, but if you're willing to go for the hassle, you can get all them wasted Hesperornis eggs and put them into a pot to create oil. Now, if you don't want to tame these guys and you just come across them in the river system, because that's where they spawn, then you can kill these guys for a highest amount of polymer. Now, Genesis Part 1 uses Hesperornis as a real big source of polymer, and I recommend that you do the same. Anyways, that is the how to tame video. Hopefully you've enjoyed. That's the Hesperornis. That's another one off the list. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you haven't, make sure you like and subscribe to the human being, and I'll see you in the next episode. A fantastic day.